Hi guys, Maticus2 back here today, and I'm back with a new
Huge stack.
So yeah guys, this is the remainder of last week's pickups. If you haven't seen that video already, I did a Criterion haul, so if you want to go and check that video out, it'll be linked in the description. But yes guys, we're back with a new huge stack of Blu-ray update. This is, as I say, the remnants of the last few weeks worth of orders. So there are some Criterions added in with this order as well, because I have picked up a few more on Vintage since then. So yeah, let's get into it. So to start with, I picked up another Robin Williams film for the collection. That film is What Dreams May Come. Saw this many years ago when I first started collecting, and it's a film that I absolutely adored. Very, very sad in tone, and obviously with Robin Williams passing, it's even more relevant today than it was when it was filmed, I think. But it's such a beautiful film, and one of the most visually stunning films that I've ever seen. So I can't wait to see it again. When I picked it up at the time, I think I had to get the US Blu-ray, but since then it has had a UK release. So yeah, it is just a standard Blu-ray release. But yeah, I'm very much looking forward to watching this again, and this will lead up to my Robin Williams marathon that I'm planning to do in the future. So yeah, that is What Dreams May Come. Next up, we've got a pickup ready for the month of October and Halloween month, a film that I've never seen. Picked this up cheap in CEX, I think it was £12 at the time. So yeah, it was a fairly cheap pickup, a nice limited edition from Arrow Video, and that is Candyman. Yeah, beautiful release this. Decided to pick this version up, just as I say, it was cheap and I saw it on the shelf. They also had an American Werewolf in London, the same edition. I don't know if it's still there or not, but I might go back and grab that one as well. Haven't seen that one either. But yeah, Candyman, as I say, I've never seen it. Tony Todd, I believe, is in this one. Obviously plays the iconic Candyman. But yeah, never seen it. Don't know too much about it, the plot at least. Been synonymous for many years. Obviously, it's a cult classic, isn't it? So, and a horror classic. But yeah, I've not seen the new one either. So yeah, looking forward to watching this. So you've got the Amaray inside. I've switched it out for the theatrical artwork. It comes with the US R-rated version, and it comes with the original UK theatrical cut. So yeah, you've got a nice booklet in there as well, and obviously the Arrow Video artwork on the inside. So yeah, nice booklet in there as well. So get a really nice fold-out poster with the Arrow artwork as well. Another booklet, as well as some postcards. And that is Candyman. Next up, we've got a series of films that really kicked off my love for cinema. I originally had the Anchor Bay Sphere version of this many, many years ago when I was a teenager, in fact. It was one of the first nice Blu-ray DVD editions that I ever had, and it was such a stunning release. I discovered this film series through a DVD. I can't remember the name. I think it was Horror Boogeymen or something like that. It was narrated by Robert Englund. And it was a fantastic DVD. It had like a whole host of horror films that I'd never heard of, as well as obviously I was quite big on Nightmare on Elm Street at the time. Still am really. But yeah, it had a whole host of horror films that I'd never heard of, and this was one of them. And on the back of that, I begged my parents to pick me up. I was way too young to watch these films. I begged my parents to get me the Phantasm Sphere for Christmas, and they came through and got me that box set, and I fell in love with those films ever since. Watched the entire series, and that series is the Phantasm series. Absolutely love these films, directed by Don Cascarelli. Fantastic performances all around. You've got Angus Scrimm in here, who unfortunately passed away a few years ago now. But yeah, a fantastic box set. I originally picked up the Arrow Video Sphere release, which is more of it's almost like a second version of the original Anchor Bay version. But I decided to go with this one just because I know space is an issue. But this just comes with the Amarays. The only film I haven't seen from this is the latest one, which is Ravager. So I'm looking forward to going through all these and watching the final film. So we've got Phantasm. I've switched all these out for the original artworks. Phantasm 2. Phantasm 3, Lord of the Dead. Phantasm Oblivion. And then Phantasm Ravager. As I say, I really love these films. I think actually the first film got some attention from J.J. Abrams. I think it was one of his favourite films. So I think that restoration was under sort of his supervision as well, or at least got the ball rolling on that restoration. So that's really cool. But yeah, love this series of films. That is Phantasm. Next up, on the back of me picking up the Criterion of Come and See, I saw this on Vinted. It came with a slipcase, so I was really excited to pick this up. It's another quite hard, depressing film, I believe, so it mirrors Come and See. I actually watched that again last night, and just such a brutal film. But I think this is on par, or at least or at least up there with come and see. So really wanted to see this, and that is The Painted Bird. So yeah, this is got the original slipcover, which was nice, came in brilliant condition. I think I paid like £9 for this, so it's a really good pickup. So it's from their Montage Pictures line. I've got a couple of these now, but yeah, don't know too much about this one. Obviously, I know the plot is set during World War II. I think it's from the Czech Republic side, and also some, yes, it also covers Slovakia and Ukraine as well. But yes, it's again another film about a young kid going through World War II, and yeah, just some horrible stuff, I assume anyway. So yeah, as I say, I'm looking forward to watching this one. That is The Painted Bird. Okay, so we're on to the next shelf now. The first one was a pickup from CX. This was a bit of a CX roulette. This has been out of stock for some time. Goes for quite a bit of money on eBay, anywhere between £50 and £100 it sells for. CX have got it listed for £20, or at least they did at the time of filming. So I had it in my waiting list, and one came back into stock, so I ordered it pretty sharpish. It's another David Lynch film that I need for the collection, and that is the 4K limited edition of The Elephant Man. Yeah. Can't wait to watch this one. This is an absolutely stunning release. It came in mint condition, so it was a successful CX roulette. It's got a nice sort of fold out there, which is really cool. And then on the inside, you've also got digibook, digipack even, and a nice book. So you've got some artwork there, which folds round. Then you've got all the discs. So yeah, really cannot wait to watch this one. This is one that I've been anticipating watching. As I said, we're going to be going through all these films in a couple of weeks' time. Beautiful release, and I was really chuffed to get it in such nice condition. As I say, it's one that I missed out on, obviously being away. So to get this for, you know, what would have been just below the retail price of when it came out is fantastic. So yeah, that is David Lynch's The Elephant Man. So another addition to the David Lynch collection, and this isn't a film directed by him, but it is a film around his works. That is the documentary of Lynch Oz. So I believe this goes into the comparisons of Lynch's work and The Wizard of Oz, as the name would suggest. But yeah, as I say, I don't know too much about this one, but it seemed like another worthy addition. I think this was like £10 on Amazon. So yeah, it's just another film that we can watch, you know, during the Lynch season. So yeah, as I say, I don't know too much about this one. This is from Dogwolf. I've seen a few of their documentaries before, but yeah, it's just a single disc edition. But yeah, looking forward to watching this. As I say, it'll be fascinating going through all of Lynch's work and then watching this, and then seeing obviously, you know, what sort of comparisons are in there to The Wizard of Oz. But yeah, looking forward to watching this one. That is Lynch Oz. So if you saw my last Blu-ray update, the Criterion haul, you would have known that I've been picking up a lot of silent films, and I've managed to get the entire Eureka Masters of Cinema line of all of Buster Keaton's films. I've got his entire works that have been released from Eureka. So I managed to pick up all of the limited editions. I've been hunting down these for the past few weeks, some from bidding, some from Bite Now from eBay. But yeah, I managed to pick them all up. So I got the Buster Keaton complete short films from 1917 to 1923. This is a beautiful release. Comes with 3 Amarais and a book. Luke over at Reservoir Reviews actually did a full unboxing of all these, so I'll leave that video link down below if you want to go and check that out. I'm not going to do a complete unboxing today, but yeah, I haven't watched any of these ones yet. I've gotten through quite a bit of the other stuff, but I've not put these on yet. These are going to be very easy to watch because obviously the running times are about 20 minutes a piece, so very, very short and very easy to watch, so I can knock a couple of these out a day. But yeah, very much intrigued to see this and seeing how his work really began with Fatty Arbuckle and things like that. So yeah, very much looking forward to watching this. As I say, stunning release, comes with the 3 Amarais and the book. Yeah, beautiful release, and it came in great condition as well. So yeah, that is the Buster Keaton complete short films. Right, so next up we've got a free film set, and I picked this up originally from Amazon, just the standard Blu-ray edition. I've since sold that, and I decided to pick up the limited edition version. Obviously it's the same content, but you get a book and the 3 Amarais separate. So I won this on bidding on eBay, got it for a decent price compared to what it usually sells for. But yeah, that is the Buster Keaton, Sherlock Jr., The General and Steamboat Jr. I've watched all of these films and I absolutely love them all. I probably think of the set, Sherlock Jr. has probably been my favourite so far, probably the shortest as well, but I absolutely love that film. The whole scene where he's going through the cinema screen is just, it blew my mind, honestly. And the scene at the start of the film where he's cleaning up outside the cinema and keeps going back for the money, it's just cracked me up. Everything about that film I absolutely adored. The same with The General. It's just got one of the best cinematic moments in history, isn't it? So, and also Steamboat Jr. The whole the whole house scene, which is obviously so iconic, just blew my mind again. Just how amazing that was for the time, and this whole set is just absolutely stunning. So yeah, it comes with the sort of wraparound information. They've got a nice spine on it, and the special features also printed on the back. But inside this one, I do need to swap these artworks out actually, because these are the are these? No, these are the ones that I wanted. Yeah. So you get the book, which isn't that's the artwork for the standard Blu-ray release. You got Sherlock Jr., Steamboat Bill Jr., and The General. So yeah, stunning releases. As I say, I've watched all of these and they've become some of my favourite films of all time now. I think Sherlock Jr. especially would probably make it in my possibly top 20, it's definitely top 50. But yes, just an absolutely stunning set, and a worthy set for such amazing films. You know, 3 of his best, 3 of his most iconic, I think, well, from what I've seen so far. So yeah, absolutely chuffed to have that one. That is the Buster Keaton 3 film set. So next up, we've got another 2 sets. So this is Buster Keaton in Go West, Our Hospitality in College, and also The Navigator, 7 Chances, and Battling Butler. 2 again stunning releases. So these line up very nice on the shelf. Again, these come with Amarais and books. So yeah, these are the limited edition versions. You can also pick these just up in the standard Amarais at this point. But I went a bit whole hog, but just because I've fallen so in love with silent film and Buster Keaton's work in general, really. So yeah, really happy to pick these up. So yeah, haven't watched any of these films yet, so I'm very, very excited to watch these. Yeah, very intrigued to see some westerns, and also I'm really intrigued to see Battling Butler on this one as well, because I've heard that's very good. But yeah, really can't wait to check these out. So yeah, that's another 2 Buster Keaton sets. Next up, we've got another Buster Keaton Blu-ray, another one from Eureka. This was the one with a slipcover, and that is Buster Keaton in The Saphead. Probably my least favourite Keaton film that I've seen so far. Really enjoyed it for the most part, but it's definitely less of him, I think. I don't think he's fully developed his character, or at least he didn't have the control over the film that I thought, you know, he did in the other ones at least. He seemed the most restrained in this film, I think, from what I've seen so far. So we're very intriguing to see the short films and see how he didn't have, you know, full control on those films either. But yeah, The Saphead, a great film in general, really. It was still really, really good, and I really enjoyed it. But as I say, not my favourite. So I think this one is still available in the slipcover. I had this from Amazon. Still some really cool bits in this, and I still really enjoyed it, and it's still a worthy addition to the Buster Keaton set. So yeah, that is Buster Keaton in The Saphead. And finally, the last one in the Buster Keaton set from Eureka. That is Buster Keaton in The Three Ages. Haven't unsealed this one yet, because I've only just had this one through. But yeah, I'm very intrigued to see this. I've heard there's some great stuff on this film. So I originally thought this was 3 films, but it is just a 1 film. So yeah, really looking forward to watching this one. This goes through 3 different time eras in history. So yeah, very intrigued to see this, and you know, just another one of his great outings by the looks of it. So yeah, very much looking forward to watching that. That is Buster Keaton in The Three Ages. The final last one for this shelf is a pickup from CEX. Found this on the shelf the same time I picked up Lone Wolf and Cub when I was away. And it was for a great price. So CX sometimes don't price limited editions the same as the normal Blu-rays. So for example, if you were to order the Buster Keaton set with the General, Sherlock Jr. and Steamboat Bill Jr., it could be that you receive the limited edition. It could be that you receive the normal keep case. Same sort of case for this. They only have 1 listing for it. So I was in the CX store and I spotted this on the shelf, and it's quite a pricey edition to buy on eBay. I think this generally goes for about 40 to 50 quid. So I picked this up for £12 from CX, and it's a film that I want to see. So that is Man with a Movie Camera and Other Works. So yeah, very much looking forward to watching this. The box is a bit dog-eared on the sides, but that didn't bother me too much. As I say, just to find this on the shelf for £12 was brilliant. I think it originally had a price sticker on of £20, but I think it had been reduced over time, and when I checked the app, it was £12. So, but yeah, very much looking forward to watching this. I believe this is a very short film as well. So this is 69 minutes for Man with a Movie Camera, and then the other films are pretty short as well. These are very early, so these are from 1924 to 1934, I believe. So yeah, filling out some of the earlier gaps in my collection as well. So yeah, very much looking forward to watching these. Looking forward to watching that old footage, and I believe this is from like obviously the Soviet era. So be interesting to see what life was like back then, in sort of seeing it on film. So this is Man with a Movie Camera and other works. And last but by no means least, we have the Criterions that I picked up in the past week, or some that I was still waiting to come through from the last video. So we've got another 7 Criterions to fill up the shelf. So yeah, let's get started. So first up was a pickup from CX. I found this online. I think at the time it was there was only one in stock, so I decided to grab it. It was fairly cheap, very cheap for a Criterion. In fact, Olivia Assayas, I hope I'm saying that right. Sorry, Olivia, I assume. Olivia Assayas, Cold Water. So this is a French coming-of-age drama, from what I saw. For £5, can't go wrong with a Criterion. So this is from 1994, fairly short film, 95 minutes. So it should be an easy watch. Complete blind buy again, but for £5, you just really can't go wrong with Criterion. But yeah, Cold Water, looking forward to watching that one. Next up, we've got a pickup that arrived this morning. Picked this up on Vinted. I think I paid £9.50 for it. I think with delivery it was like about 11 quid. That is Akira Kurosawa's Dreams. I've heard this film is visually stunning. I've actually only ever seen one Kurosawa film, and that was obviously Seven Samurai, which I did for the Blu-ray Brothers channel years ago. Yeah, really looking forward to watching this. As I say, I've heard it's visually stunning and one of Kurosawa's best. Also got a little cameo in there by Martin Scorsese, I believe. Yeah, really looking forward to watching this. So yeah, happy to pick this up. As I say, it's half price because to buy it brand new is £18. So very chuffed to get it for the price that I got it for. But yeah, that is Akira Kurosawa's Dreams. Next up, on the back of Oppenheimer coming out, still haven't seen it. I'm waiting for it to come out on 4K, and then I'm going to watch it at home. I've always had a dark fascination with nuclear films, such like When the Wind Blows, and yeah, it's such a dark and horrible subject, but it's always fascinated me. And that film is directed by Sidney Lumet, and that is Failsafe. So I believe this is set around the Cold War. Don't know too much about it other than that, but that was enough to sort of set me off. But yeah, looking forward to watching this one. I picked this up from Amazon. So yeah, I think this is set around sort of decisions and making the right decision rather than the wrong decision. But yeah, very much looking forward to watching that, and that is Failsafe. Next up, we've got a film by Henry Fonda. This is a film that I've wanted to see for a very long time, one that's very held in high regard. That film is 12 Angry Men. As I say, never seen this. Yeah, one that I really needed to tick off my bucket list. So yeah, that's 12 Angry Men. Really nice release again. So yeah, don't have too much to say about that one, but I will be posting my thoughts on Instagram and on Letterboxd as well. I'll leave those links down below if you want to go and check them out. But yeah, planning to watch this in the next couple of days. Fairly short film again, 96 minutes, so it should be an easy watch. I am actually doing quite well, even though I'm showing these films. I am watching a lot of my collection, so I'm aiming for between 1 and 2 films a day. So I am getting through a lot of stuff. I'm just showing these films first, just when I've got time to show them. So yeah, so we've got Henry Fonda's 12 Angry Men. Next up, we've got a film by Nicholas Ray, and that is In a Lonely Place. Watched it for the first time the other night. Really enjoyed it. It's my first Humphrey Bogart experience. He's such a dominating presence on the screen. Really enjoyed this one, like a murder mystery sort of film. Yeah, really like this one. I don't know if this is classed as a noir. As I say, I've not really visited this era of film before. I've seen the odd film, but not to the depths that I'm going into now. So yeah, I'm very intrigued to see more from Humphrey Bogart. I actually just watched Altaz's video. I'll leave his link down below. He's picked up a great haul this week. And he's picked up a Humphrey Bogart set, which looks fantastic from Indicator, so I may look at getting that. But yeah, this is In a Lonely Place. Very much looking forward to watching more of his work. But yeah, this one was fantastic. Next up, we've got another film starring Harold Lloyd. I've only seen the one so far, which was Safety Last. So I'm very intrigued to see this. I had a bit of a battle getting this. I ordered it from CX. There was only one left in stock. It's this fairly cheap title on their catalogue. Got cancelled, got refunded. So I found it on Vinted, ordered it on there. There was a delay in the post. They'd put the wrong postage on or something at the post office. So it took like nearly 2 weeks to get here just using raw mail. So yeah, I thought I was going to have to cancel that and order it again. Thankfully it turned up, and that film is speedy. So I think I got this for about £8 on Vinted. roughly about the same price you can get it for on CEX. But yeah, really looking forward to watching this. Want to check more of his work out. Yeah, I didn't love Safety Last, but I'm very intrigued to check out more of his work. As I say, you can't really judge an actor just on one film. I really enjoyed Safety Last, don't get me wrong, but it just didn't blow me away as much as obviously watching Charlie Chaplin and obviously Buster Keaton. It's just, you know, the three are very synonymous and they're all obviously very different actors, but I'm really looking forward to checking out more of Harold Lloyd's work. So if you've got any recommendations for me of Lloyd's work, please let me know down below. I'd love to hear your thoughts on more of their stuff. But yeah, so this is Speedy, really nice release. One of the early Criterion UK Blu-ray releases, I think. I almost grabbed this when I was last collecting. So yeah, that is Harold Lloyd in Speedy. And the final pickup, this again was one picked up from Amazon. This stars Bette Davis. So I actually watched Mildred Pierce. Absolutely love that film. So it's starring the great Joan Crawford. It was my first Joan Crawford film. And on the back of that, I watched the documentary on the disc about Joan Crawford's life. It was narrated by Angelica Houston. It was feature length, so it was about an hour and a half. Actually longer than Mildred Pierce, I think, actually. But yeah, it was a fantastic documentary, and in that it talked about some of the rivals and obviously the sad life that she had. It's very traumatic life that she had. And on the back of that, she had a rivalry with Betty Davis, or is it Bette Davis? I can't remember. But on the back of that, I saw some clips from this film. It might have been some clips from this film, but it was certainly clips from another film. And that is All About Eve. So yeah, I wanted to check out some of this actor's works. Yeah, looking forward to watching this. I've heard great things about it. Again, one from 1950, so about the time Joan Crawford and her were having this rivalry. So very intrigued to see this and see how she stacks up against Joan Crawford. In fact, because as I say, they had this big rivalry going on. I know she did with a few actors. But yeah, really looking forward to seeing this. This is a really nice digipack release. You got 2-disc edition on this one. Really nice booklet, and obviously the digipack. So yeah, very excited to check this one out, and that is All About Eve. So yeah, guys, there we have it. That's everything that I've picked up over the past 2 weeks. A ton of stuff. I know it's ridiculous, but as I say, I am getting back into collecting, and I'm watching a good amount of films every day. And even if I miss a day, I'll then watch 2 films the following day and so on. But yeah, I am getting through the collection, and I'm really enjoying picking these films up and discovering loads of new films, something that I could never do on streaming just because I either didn't want to pay the money for them to, you know, take the risk, or, you know, sort of, or the films just weren't there. So I am going to be doing another video in the next week, so probably be next Friday's video, just giving a bigger deep dive into the collection at this point, just because I've moved some stuff around. I've had new shelving because I ran out of room. But yeah, so we're going to take a bit deeper look into the collection on the next video. Pickups will slow down towards the end of the month. I've got some stuff pre-ordered at the end of the month that'll be coming out. So yeah, probably won't be another huge stack of Blu-ray until sort of the start of October. So yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Let me know what you think of my pickups down below. Make sure you go and check out Altaz's channel down below. I'll leave that down there as well. Also go and check out my Instagram and my Letterboxd. As I say, I'm active on both of those, so I'm always around. So thank you all so much for watching. Thank you for subscribing. Please comment, like, and I'll see you all in the next one. Goodbye.